pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On behalf of the 2020 8th grade graduation class, we would like to welcome Mrs. Albrin, the Board of Education, all of our wonderful teachers, families, neighbors, and everyone else in attendance. For all veterans tuning in that have or are currently serving the military, we all thank you. Today, our accomplishments in the past will spur our achievements in the future. It will be sad leaving our memories behind, but this is the next big step in our lives. This is our first virtual graduation, and we are grateful for your patience and understanding. We graciously thank you for coming, and we hope you enjoy the ceremony.
Hi everyone, I'm Kylie Vaughn, and this evening I have the privilege to be here on your screen, dressed up for the first time in many weeks, and take my classmates and their families to relive some moments in time as our grade school experience comes to an end. In preparation for this speech, I came across a quote from JFK that reads, "Change is the law of life, and those who only focus on the past and present are sure to miss the future." I think this quote really relates to what we are all going through right now. COVID-19 has caused change like no other, and not only to us students and parents, but as a society. If we all focus on the things that we've missed out on, like our graduation, class trip, vacations, sporting events, etc., we'll be missing out on so much more in the future. Instead, we should be grateful that we got an 8th grade year at all, or that we got to play our fall and winter sports, and that we can be with our family and communicate with our friends. The future holds so much more than we know, and we have to be open to new opportunities. And with all that being said, let's take a little trip down memory lane. Our journey started all the way back on the first day of kindergarten when we were so excited to ride the school bus for the first time, but nervous to be gone from home all day. A fond memory from first grade was when we splashed in the puddles as it poured down rain on our field trip to the Niabi Zoo. Second grade, our class got so big we had to split into 3 classes, or we were just too hard to handle. Third grade, we had the unforgettable day of a fire drill that turned into a tornado, and then a power outage. Fourth grade, we had the fun event of switching classes and picking the fun glittery binders from Target. A locker, a block schedule, a chance to get a part in the Christmas program play, participate in the school spelling bee, and more responsibilities came from 5th grade. Oh, and we can't forget about the most thrilling field trip to the Holt Center. 6th grade, we got a preview of what junior high would be like, but yet we could still feel as if we were in elementary. 7th grade came with new opportunities and responsibilities such as student council. We also got the luxury of eating at the high school cafeteria, the place with the world's greatest cookies in my opinion. 7th grade was also the year that you could play on a junior high sports team for the first time. You got to create greater bonds with your teammates and play the game you love. You and your team put in work to get better and better to reach the goal of going to state. I'm proud to say I was part of the girls' 2018 basketball team when we took our season all the way to 4th place in the state tournament. It just goes to show that hard work will pay off. Great memories were made in 7th grade. Then the time came to become the leaders of the school. 8th grade was quite a year. It started off with a bang when all 3 sports teams, softball, baseball, and cross country, all qualified for state in the fall, including speech club. I was part of the softball team and we took our season all the way to the finals and finished as runner-up. Not to mention the success that my classmates have had with the robotics and chess clubs. We are also successful not only academically, but athletics. Holly Jolly was a fun way to send us off on Christmas break. Great memories were not only made in 8th grade, but from the first day we came to Brimfield. Not many classes can say that they have gone through 3 principals, 2 superintendents, and 1 superintendent interim. I would like to take this time to thank Mrs. Albritton, Mr. Chanel, and Mr. McNamara for not leading not only 8th graders, but this entire school district to #BeTheOne. I would also like to recognize the teachers who have taught and shaped us throughout the years. We will all have those teachers that we tell stories about, and they might very well have stories about us. Although we ended our 8th grade year learning from home and looking at each other from screens, it opened our eyes in many ways. Change is good. When we look back on this time in our life, we'll be telling a story about how we ended our 8th grade year, and it is all because the change in our life gave us a new and one-of-a-kind opportunity. So embrace the change life gives you. And may all our futures be stronger than the Zoom call internet connections. And I can't wait to see each and every one of you in the halls of high school when we enter in the fall. Thank you.
I am sure that more than one 8th grader was hoping that school would end early this year. However, I am positive that they did not expect it to happen like this. This year has certainly been an interesting one, especially towards the end. None of us saw the pandemic coming, and I don't think any of us were very happy about it, even those who got the chance to play a lot more video games than usual. This year was a year of big things. Our baseball, softball, and cross-country teams all went to state, and both basketball teams had great seasons. Scholar Bowl, chess, and speech all had good years. When our teams were not competing, it seemed we always had a big project due for science, a final to take in math, or an essay to write for English. Many things happened this year, but now we must start to look at what is going to happen next. Right now there are 60 8th graders, but in a few minutes there will be 60 freshmen. Many of us wanted to get out of grade school as fast as we could, but I am sure that just as many will be sad to leave. The lessons we learned in our grade school days will help us with the road that lies ahead. Right now I would like to thank all of the teachers and coaches who have taught us in and out of the classroom. Whether you found Mr. Henson's entrepreneur project fun, or whether your mousetrap could actually catch mice, our teachers are the people who prepared us up to this point. Now, however, we must go across the street and through the doors into high school, and this time not just to go to lunch. This time we will be staying there. Here we will attempt to figure out what we are going to become. Many of us already have some idea of what we want to become, others are still unsure. As said by Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes, the truth is, most of us discover where we are heading when we arrive. But know this, every single one of us is going somewhere. Whether it will be on the path to become an engineer, a historian, a doctor, a lawyer, an athlete, a soldier, a police officer, a farmer, an entrepreneur, or a parent, or any other imaginable calling, I do not know. Through these next 4 years, we will have to start to find our way. This will be hard, even for those who think they already know. What we all should know is that we are not alone. We will have our friends, our families, and our teachers to help guide us along the way. We will face many challenges, but we can be sure that we will find a way through them, just as we are finding our way through this one. The best thing we can do is to be open to new opportunities, because they will give us new information and experience that will help us along our journey. No matter what we do with our lives, these next few years are going to be the start of our future. Thank you.
Good evening, 8th grade graduates, families, friends, and staff joining us. I am Mrs. Albritton. I am the principal at Brimfield Grade School. On behalf of the Board of Education and Brimfield Community Unit School District 309 administration, I would like to welcome all of you to this year's virtual graduation ceremony for the Brimfield Grade School class of 2020. Although this is not how we had envisioned or hoped to honor our graduates, it in no way should take away from the excitement of our students' achievements and the celebrations as our graduates move on to high school next year. Even though I've only been your principal at Brimfield Grade School for a year, I've known many of these students for much longer. Some of them I even know from their bright future days, as my own son is a part of this class. This class is one that will not soon be forgotten. It is one of the largest classes to ever move through the hallways of Brimfield Grade School. It is a class full of personality, creativeness, determination, and potential. Each graduate in this class holds a very special place in my heart. As you are now prepared to move on to high school, I will offer some wisdom that I've gained along my journey. The next 4 years will undoubtedly hold some of the best experiences of your lives. You will grow into the young adults that will shape your futures. So I tell you, be good to each other, help each other, include each other, challenge each other, and most importantly, be kind to each other. I encourage each of you to take risks and try everything. Don't be afraid of failing, as it's during those experiences that each of you will learn the most. Go to all the dances, go to all the games, be in the school musical, be on the student council. Find ways to include yourself. Find a time to laugh with each other and find ways to grow. Look to your future with enthusiasm, not anxiety. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your parents, your friends, your teachers, or your administration. We are always here to help you. It's at this time I would ask that all of our graduates stand to be recognized. To Mr. Dennis McNamara, our interim superintendent, and to Mr. John Thompson, the Brimfield Board of Education president, and the rest of our school board members. The following students have met the requirements set by the Illinois State Board of Education. And it is with great honor that I present to you the Brimfield Grade School Class of 2020. Ashley Baker, Ethan Barneywalt, Peyton Bartlett, Addison Barton, Ava Bedell, Kyle Bender, Landon Bender, Camden Blodgett, Emma Blundy, Libby Bruner, Riley Cornelison, Isabella Corey, Grace Doring, Chloe Dinelli, Natalie Dorothy, Erin Endress, Brittany Estes, Emma Greenway, Bailey Grunow, Peyton Grutter, Natasia Hamby, Callista Herbst, Cade Hessing, LJ Higgs, Isaiah Hill, Wyatt Howe, Alexis Jenkins, Haley Jenkins, Connor Johnson, Allie Johnson, Kiara Johnson, Olivia Kappas, Drew Kieser, Rainer Kuhn, Samuel Larson, Edgar Medina, Sienna Meyer, Alexis Miller, Caitlin Moe, Cohen Newman, Sierra Peterson, Riley Royer, Benjamin Rule, Mitchell Scherler, Caleb Schliff, Colton Schliff, Nate Schmidt, Celeste Schuster, Mason Siegel, Ava Simpson, Cody Stays, Jude Strom, Brady Sumner, Adeline Simmons, CJ Troxel, Kylie Vaughn, Hayden Wirtz, Lauren Wiesahan, Aaliyah Zare, Lucy Ziemba. I am so proud of you, graduates. I can't wait to see what the next 4 years hold for you. You guys are amazing students, amazing kids, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. I hope that you guys enjoy your evening, your celebrations, and I look forward to seeing you all again next year. Have a great night. Bye, guys.
On behalf of the graduating 8th grade class of 2020, I want to thank everyone who attended this ceremony tonight. We are all appreciative and grateful for our parents, families, teachers, coaches, and friends who have helped us every step of the way. We wouldn't be the young adults we are today without your advice, guidance, and wisdom. I am honored to take this moment to congratulate my fellow classmates for their hard work that led to this accomplishment. I know that we will continue to flourish through our high school years and beyond. As Amy Tan said, the only thing certain in times of great uncertainty is that people will behave with great strength or weakness with very little else in between. As you know, we are a class of strong-willed, independent leaders, and during these unpredictable times, I am confident that we will rise above these current obstacles and continue to fulfill our potential. Again, I would like to thank everyone who was able to take part in this celebration. Thank you.